Every year now we get a set of new kits from every team, because apparently you can't wear the same shirt more than once. With so many new kits, the creators are under even more pressure to produce interesting designs that clubs can justify charging more and more money for every year. And unfortunately, there are some real shockers that get fans talking for all the wrong reasons. Here are some of the worst shirts released this summer. Let's start big with Barcelona. Their home shirt really is awful. The checkered look is a hard one to pull off, with only really Croatia and a racing flag doing it justice. As for Barcelona, their red and blue squares just doesn't do the job. I know they're trying to be different, but the tradition has always been some variation of stripes, but Barca have just thrown this out the window for the sake of doing something new, and to be honest it looks shit. If I were Neymar, I'd be in no rush to come back and put this shirt on, but then again, I'd wear anything for the kind of money he'll be on. Staying in Barcelona, Espanyol's third kit is damn ugly as well. There's nothing wrong with the colour or the sponsor or anything, it's the fact the bottom half is the same colour as the shorts, so it looks like the lad's wearing his shorts all the way up to his nipples like some sort of Lee Catmull tribute. Shocking. And while we're on, let's give a third mention to Barcelona, because Ipswich Town's away shirt is a better attempt than the one the Spanish Giants have mustered up. The only thing is, it looks awful for an Ipswich shirt. The Tractor Boys are set to embark on a season in League One, and they certainly won't look too fly on their travels. Hopefully they can just wear blue most weeks. Coming up from League One are Luton Town, and their third kit is really bad. It looks like a chessboard almost, except you accidentally left a red sock in the wash and the colour ran so it went pink. And speaking of pink, that brings us to Leicester's away kit, which is pink. Now this isn't a case of, pink, that's me, it's a pure girly colour. It's more the fact it's just a standard Adidas top that you can pick up for buttons, yet when Leicester add just a badge and a sponsor, it's suddenly 50 or 60 quid. The price of football shirts is criminal nowadays, especially when all you pay for is basically a badge and a sponsor in this instance. Next we've got Juventus, who've tried to be different but got it all wrong. To be fair, if you're Juventus, now's the time to try something different, as fans will buy anything with Reynolds Neo on the back of it, but it's a bit of a stretch from the traditional. According to Juve's website, the shirt represents a choice, a promise, a call to action. Is the promise to make good shirts because you've already broke that one, lads? Another poor black and white shirt is Newcastle's, which is apparently based on a shirt that it doesn't look anything like. And to make matters worse, when they were in China they had to change their sponsor to this Chinese app, which is a little bit too similar to what Sports Direct would look like in Chinese. Apparently the app does exist, but Newcastle were dicing with death here, like they always do under Mike Ashley. Let's move on to Liverpool, and to be fair I don't know why I mention it because I really like their home shirt, it's just it looks a lot like Southampton's from a few years ago, which is very ironic. The joke about Liverpool taking Southampton players will never get old, even both clubs were in on it. Speaking of Southampton, their home shirt is bloody awful, maybe they should start copying Liverpool. Let's drop down to the Championship briefly with Hull City. Their club's in a right state, as they continue to be at odds with their owner, who had wanted to change the club's name to Hull Tigers. Well, he didn't get his wish, but he's gone as close as he can, with the orange shirt dyeing 3 black tiger slashes across the chest, which is about as bad as when the fans sing you're getting mauled by the Tigers. So the fans will now sound and look shit at the same time. Beautiful stuff. Staying in the second tier, Huddersfield's kick campaign caused quite a stir on the old social media the other day. They released a shirt with a big horrible Paddy Power sash and even played a game in it, where they looked terrible. And then it was revealed to be a massive prank because of course it was, Paddy Power would joke about anything, they took odds on Oscar Pistorius' trial, so the Irish betting company won't be on the new Huddersfield shirt, leaving the new Terriers jersey plain. Norwich City are back in the Premier League, and while their home shirt is nice, their away one's horrible. They released a YouTube video launching the kit, and the comments included, "Looks like we are the McDonald's staff team," and "Reminds me of fire," which is good because that's what we'll be all season. One of these statements is true. And to wrap things up, we've got 2 trips to Manchester. We'll start with United, whose away shirt is meant to be some sort of mosaic apparently, although they look more like every girl you see on a night out now wearing leopard print or some sort of animal print. Then at 4 AM they're stumbling along the street with a kebab, probably a bit more ill with the football at their feet than some of the current Manchester United crop. But our final shirt is Man City's third kit, which is quite frankly an assault on the eyes. Okay, so the shirt itself isn't awful, but when combined with the socks and shorts, it's proper minging. I can't decide if it looks more like a fruity cocktail you drink on the beach or a refresher lolly you used to have when you were a kid. It's vibrant and full of colour, which I'm sure will look great away at Burnley on a Tuesday night in the pissing down rain in December. So those are some of the worst kits released this summer. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.